And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. And we got a good one for you today. I almost forgot. Fanboys. We hope your day is going terrible. We got a good one for you today. Dwayne Wade was on the OG's podcast with Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller, and they were talking about the Big Three and their time in Miami. And the topic came up about LeBron's infamous moment, the whole not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. So that topic came up. So without further ado, let's check out this clip.
I don't think we understood. I don't think we understood what we were signing up for. I don't think we understood.
And then y'all had that parade party.
Yeah, I don't think we understood.
Championships.
First of all,
that was y'all with that. We're going to win 9, 10. We're going to win 9, 10, 12, 39 championships. We're going to win them all. We're going to win everything.
So,
39,
let's break
49,
that
50.
down.
49, 55.
Let's run that tape.
Yeah,
who was it again?
No, we'll pull that tape up.
Pull that tape up. It's one voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who was
And
it?
look at the one in the middle laughing like, ooh.
Oh. But
The one who
anyway,
already had knee surgeries. I was like, ooh. Seven.
not one.
The
not
young boy
13.
over here was talking. I was like, ooh, yeah, okay.
I was like,
Hey, and again, and we're gonna pull that video up.
Pull that video up and see what it said. But
when they said
I mean, we
we
believe it
nine
too.
championships
We
in a row,
mean,
not one,
yeah,
not two,
we did believe it. We
not
didn't know what that
three,
was coming.
He
Not
said
eight.
not 4, not 5. We stopped at 5.
He did stop at 5.
He stopped at 5.
Yeah.
Did he go 6, 7, 8?
Man, he might have, Coach. We're gonna pull it up, but I'm telling you, I was watching at home. I was like,
Oh yeah, see, he was feeling the moment.
yeah. What is this? Pull us up. Get that volume on there.
Look, they geeking us. Look, he talking.
Oh, he got here. It is. Here it is. Can you get volume or no?
Look, I put my head down. Put my head down. I'm like, ooh.
Hey, man.
Look, now I'm a supportive teammate.
I'm a support
Look at my rubbing my knee. I'm like, ooh. I don't know if we got that long.
They got some ice over here.
Hey, listen.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though. No one knew what we were walking into though. Personally, I had no idea. You guys already won a championship, been on that level.
Well,
I
we
didn't-
was with Shaq,
Oh,
so
here,
we.
here it is.
Not one championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4,
Oh.
not 5, not 6,
Oh,
not 7.
He tripping. Tripping. Look, I ain't said a word.
you might as well put us on America's Most Wanted after that.
worse. Look at Ron.
Pat.
Pat too. We all was like,
Look at Coach.
listen, that's what have been a moment that was just for our fans, and it should not have been. The world should not have seen that. That's something that you say internal.
Man.
You know what I mean? We gonna win every year, but really, you know how hard it is to win one year.
Man.
I don't care what kind of talent you have. So that's why I was sitting there like, oh, my man don't know yet.
No.
But
All right. So you heard the clip. And so at the beginning, you saw Udonis Haslem was like, that was y'all. And D Wade had to separate and say, no, that was only LeBron. Like, whose voice did you hear? And then so they went and played the clip, and D Wade was explaining. It was like, nah, I just had to put my head down and laugh because I already knew how hard it was to win a championship. And so he was like, yeah, I had to put my head down. And so they played the clip, and you could see D Wade. I mean, that's what happened in that moment. Is D Wade was kind of put his head down and was laughing because he's like, hey, you tripping. you are tripping. It is really hard to win a championship. But so here's the thing about this whole not one, not two. I got a few things to say about this. First of all, again, LeBron James saying that, to me, for all you ridiculous fanboys who have nothing better to do with your life than defend LeBron James and his antics, because I feel like at the end of the day, you're really defending yourself. Like, you're defending yourself because you would do the same unethical, low integrity type of moves if you had the opportunity. Yeah. But for all of you who defend LeBron James and, want to try to say that Miami is not a super team and whatnot, LeBron James saying that is proof that he thought he found the magic formula. He thought he found the magic formula. He thought that this team is so great, there is no way we don't walk away with several championships. And to me, this speaks to a lot of things. It speaks to, number one, like D. Wade said, it's like, LeBron James, you never won a championship before, so you don't even know how hard it is to win one. Dwayne Wade is coming from a place of having already won a championship. That's why he was laughing, because he was like, yeah, you don't understand how hard it is to win a championship. And so D. Wade understood that, you just throwing a bunch of superstars together on a team, it's not magic. It's not magic. So yeah, to me, that, number one, it proves that LeBron James indeed knew it was a super team. He thought to himself that, again, that this was the magic formula. Like, I have joined 2 of the other top 10 players in the league at the time. There's no way we don't win multiple championships. And again, we know that was a fail. Again, anyone who thinks that his time in Miami was not a failure, I really don't understand how you think that, except you're just giving him a pass. But it was a failure because, again, he himself thought that that they should have been able to win multiple championships, and with that amount of talent, they should have. The problem is LeBron James. I would argue you replace LeBron James on that team with a different superstar, and I would argue that team wins more than two championships. I really would. Put Carmelo on that team instead of LeBron, or any other superstar. I believe that Miami Heat team wins more than 2 championships. Matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say they wouldn't have lost 2011 fanboys. Your king was the reason. So yeah. Now, something else this also made me think about. Again, it's just a couple other things. But the arrogance to say what he said. And what I mean by that is, those of you who grew up in the Michael Jordan era, you guys may remember this moment, but I think it was after the 96 championship, I believe. It was the 72-10 season. Hold up, was it the 96? Actually, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the 97 season. Yeah, it might have been. I think it was the 97 season. But after the 97 season, when the Bulls had won their 5th championship, and there was a moment captured on camera where Michael Jordan, he's still on the basketball court, and he's kind of, interacting with the crowd, and, he kind of starts, I guess they had won their 5th championships, and he kind of like puts up 6 fingers and then 7 fingers, basically saying, hey, maybe it's going to be 6, 7, 8. But here's the thing. At this point, Michael Jordan had already won 5 championships. In other words, Michael Jordan had proved that he was a winner. He had proved that he's capable of winning multiple championships. He had proved that once he took his lumps, so to speak, once he went through the trials and tribulations and the turmoil of losing early in his career and going through the teams like the Bad Boy Pistons, that he actually learned how to win. And Michael Jordan absolutely understood what it took to stay at the top. He understood the mental aspect. He understood that after you win your first one, it's hard to maintain you'll never be as hungry for a championship as you are for that very first one. And he understood that each time you win, it's easy for that hunger to die a little bit after each time. So you have to figure out something else to keep you just as motivated to stay at the top. So Michael Jordan truly understood not only about winning, but about staying at the top. So when Michael Jordan was in the middle of the court, like I said, I believe, and someone correct me if I'm wrong about the year that this happened, but I think it was 97, that he's standing in the middle of the court and like I said, interacting with the crowd, and he's holding up this after the 5th championship, but he's holding up 6, and then he holds up 7 and 8, and, you know, basically saying, hey, you know, we could keep going with this. That, again, Michael Jordan had already won multiple championships. He understood, he understood what it takes. But LeBron James, coming onto the Miami Heat, after not being able to get it done in Cleveland, after leaving Cleveland in a way that was the beginning of a lot of people who started to actually hate LeBron James, leaving Cleveland and actually ruining the chances of him having a Michael Jordan type legacy. Because once he left Cleveland, that was it. Like, you had a chance to take Cleveland, a losing franchise, and turn them into a dynasty. That was your chance. But obviously, you didn't believe that you could do that. So LeBron James, again, leaving Cleveland in such a disrespectful way that he deserved every bit of criticism that he got for leaving Cleveland. He comes to Miami with this newly formed super team that he obviously thought so himself, but he was not a winner yet. And having not been a winner yet, and not knowing what it takes to win a championship because he had never done it, he gets up on that stage talking about not 1, not 2, not 3. That is such a immature move to make. And it kind of goes along again. LeBron James, the kid from Akron, is still a kid. At 40 years old, he's still a kid. This has been LeBron James his whole career. Is he's still a kid. And that's part of the problem. Is to me, just some self-awareness would tell you that, hey, if you had like Anthony Edwards, like I must say at this point, I can't stand the guy. If I'm just being honest, I am no longer a fan of Anthony Edwards. Like I think he's someone who is kind of like LeBron in a lot of ways. Yeah, now he competes harder on the court, obviously, but that's not really hard to do because LeBron James is always looking for ways to not work. But in terms of someone who seems to be reveling in the praise, Anthony Edwards, like I said, since he got just a little bit of praise last season for that playoff run and for making some comments where it seemingly he was taking accountability for his actions, he just went completely downhill. Like, he seemed to let that praise turn him into something different, or more likely just expose who he really was to begin with. But anyway, it's a very immature thing to not have won anything and then come to a new franchise saying that you guys are going to win 8 championships when you haven't proved that you can win at all. And the one thing that, you know, that is the one thing of many that's so respectable about Michael Jordan is if you look at Michael Jordan's interviews, well, number one, all of Michael Jordan's interviews are great. You know, they're always very insightful. But if you look at his interviews early in his career, they were also very humble. When he first came into the league, he came in saying, hey, I got to start my way at the bottom and work my way up. Even though there were already people saying that he's the best that they've ever seen. They wasn't calling him the GOAT, obviously, but they were saying he's the best basketball player that they've ever seen. But he came in humble. He didn't come in promising Chicago Bulls that they were finna go 6-0 at some point. He basically came in saying, hey, look, I'm gonna do my best and hopefully we can turn this franchise around. But what you could count on is I'm gonna give my 100% absolute best out there, not only on the court, but in practice, in every sense of the way. I'm gonna give my absolute best to the city of Chicago. That's what I can promise. These are the kind of things that Michael Jordan would say. But LeBron, the self-entitled, spoiled brat, the face of the NBA who has taken the NBA to this player entitlement movement where it's just getting worse and worse after each year, hadn't won anything, and goes to, again, thinks he came up with the magic formula, goes to the Heat and starts talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. This is a very immature and very shows lack of self-awareness. Like I said, it's just something to me that a kid would do. And you can't blame it on the age, because at that point, LeBron James was old enough to know better, theoretically. You would think LeBron James knows better than to do a lot of the stuff he does. But again, it's just like the spoiled brat who's trying to get his way by any means necessary. By manipulating the system. Not only manipulating the system, manipulating the people. Just like he's manipulated you fanboys. But as they say, it's easier to fool someone than to convince them they've been fooled. So fanboys, that saying is for you. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. Like I said, I just think it was interesting that D Wade, felt the need to distance himself. Like, it's like, hey, hold up now. That wasn't me saying that. You only heard one voice saying that, and I put my head down and was laughing because I understood how hard it was to win championships. So yeah, I thought that was a good clip. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of what D Wade had to say about LeBron's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7 moment? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.